Hey there, everybody. Welcome back to Jacob's Corner. Today we're going to be talking about a lot because a lot has happened. I actually had a video ready to go and I was editing, and then a whole slew just happened so fast that it made my video pretty much irrelevant. I'm going to be referencing a couple of things on my old video because it's just going to be easier and I can talk about the points that's happening right now as of today, which is March 19th. Good morning. Good news. The Dow Jones has gone up to over 20,000, which is great. It counteracted a 700-point drop as of this recording. So if it's not that now, well, that's the market. It's going to change on you. If you're planning on purchasing stock or mutual funds or into a hedge fund anyway, yeah, jump in because it's at like a 20% discount. Yeah, and it's going to recover. You know it's going to recover. You just don't know when it's going to recover. So continue to invest if you can. I highly recommend it because you have to remember investing is a long-term goal. You're going to ride out this slump, and once it's over, well, you're going to come out way ahead because you bought low and you're going to sell high. That's the main purpose, right? That's what we've all heard time and time again. Buy low, sell high. Well, now's the low. Buy if you can. Later, you'll make your profit. As far as that goes, if you're going to continue to invest, buy, buy, buy. Buy now. Make sure you do your research. Look at what's happening. You're going to want to buy. Personally, I'm not going to go with the individual stock. I'm going to go with my solid mutual funds. I've been investing in them for years. They've got a proven track record. They have managers much smarter than me do this for a living. They actually look at companies and see what they're doing and how they handle crises like this. That's where they throw the pooled money of the mutual fund into those companies. So it's solid. My mutual funds have only dropped maybe 10% as opposed to the industrial 20% that it's at right now. So I'm still a little ahead of the game, and I'm throwing every spare penny I have into purchasing more mutual funds. Economy recovers, my dividends will be higher because I would have purchased much more shares in that mutual fund than I typically could have. It's a win-win. But again, I'm a wage earner. I go to a 9 to 5. Well, technically it's a 5 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. 4 days a week, but I earn a paycheck. Fortunately, what I do is considered an essential. I'm not going to be out of work anytime soon, but I know that I'm one of the very lucky few. Being a financial coach and investing and studying the markets for as long as I have, I want to share my information and what wisdom I have with those not in the fortunate situation that I'm in. I'm putting together this video for all those people who have been laid off, all those people who think they might be laid off or furloughed, how to prepare. Okay, so to start with, don't panic. Panicking leads to bad decisions. Right now, you've got to keep your head. It's important that you understand exactly what's going on. Keep up on local news, on national news, on global news. Look at the markets, what's going on. Follow the instructions of your local governments if you're being quarantined, what to do. Right now, the buzzword is social distancing. People are being proactive and staying at home if they can. A lot of companies are asking their employees to work from home if they can, which is fantastic. I see a lot of positive things happening, that companies are doing everything they can to help keep their employees employed, to help keep their business open so that their employees can come back after this crisis has been ran through. And there are people out there, good Samaritans, leaving thousands of dollars as tips, specifying that this is for the employees. keep the employees' salaries, keep paying your employees. It's enough to bring a tear to your eye. Generous people make me happy, and I try to be that as much as I can as well. Because people who depend on tips are really depending on tips right now. So if you can, be very generous within your means and help keep money flowing. That's important. What to do right now? Right now, if you're still working, keep your routine as much as possible. You want to continue to have your date nights, but it's going to be modified. It's going to be dine in. You want to continue to go to work. You want to continue to spend at your local mom and pop shops as much as possible before you go to a national or international company. You want to be cautious. You want to keep budgeting. You want to make sure every dollar has an assignment. And if you can, keep investing. By all means, and I cannot stress this enough, keep investing. Keep investing in your mutual funds. Keep investing in your stocks. Keep investing in yourself. Read books. Do your research. Keep up on current events. Be prepared. Now, let's say that you think you're going to be laid off or furloughed. Going around the office, it's been going around the shop, it's been talked about in the water cooler, and you think it's going to happen. Okay, well, what do? You prepare. All right, yes, it's scary. Yes, it's uncertain. But there are steps you can take right now to help you prepare for if and when that happens. You're going to cut back on as much as you can, and you're going to save as much cash as possible. If you haven't already, you're going to write down a budget. There are budgeting apps you can use for free. The wife and I, we use EveryDollar Budget. It's familiar to us. It's something we've been doing for several years now, and you can either do it on a computer or you can download it to your smartphone. And there are other apps just like that will help you manage your cash flow. If you're not familiar with technology or technology isn't comfortable for you, some people are very private with their finances, that's fine. Grab a notebook, grab a piece of paper, write it down on paper, on purpose. All money coming in, all money expected to go out. This is the best way to manage your money, is to track every single dollar. And as far as entertainment goes, go for walks. Get a deck of cards and learn a couple of card tricks, learn a couple of card games. This is where Google and YouTube and other sites are going to come in handy to teach you how to play different games. Go dust off the old board games. Have a family game night. This is a great opportunity for you guys to get together, have good family fun. Another way you guys can help minimize how much money is going out is communicate with people you owe money to. Call your landlord. Ask them for deferment of rent or reduction in rent. Call the bank. If you have a mortgage payment, ask for deferment. Talk to your bank and look at all your options as far as how to reduce how much is going to go out for the next few months. Focus on the more important things like making sure that you can afford medications, making sure you can still purchase food, car repairs as needed. Talk to utility companies, see if they have hardship program. They can defer payment, if they can have payment forgiveness for a couple of months. Talk to them, see what you can save. Remember, we're trying to minimize how much is going out every month. Talk to your cell phone companies. See if they have a deferment plan that allows you to still use your phone. Going to be important. You still need to be able to use your phone. You still need to communicate. Probably some kind of program that they're working on right now that will allow you to still have services at a reduced rate. You might want to change your plan. That's always a possibility. You're trying to save money any way you can, and you have to work with your utilities and people of service to help you accomplish that. If you have student loans, and see if you can have deferment based on this current crisis. Chances are you can. You got to think outside the box. You know your situation better than anyone else. Work with them, and chances are they're going to work with you. Now, let's say that you've already been laid off or furloughed. If you haven't already, get on the state unemployment site, sign up for benefits. There has been a huge influx, and a lot of these sites are crashing. You're going to have to be patient, be diligent, and just continue to try and get signed up for benefits, because they're going to be doing everything they can to help you guys out. It's just, this kind of hit the country hard. It's definitely pointing out weaknesses in our infrastructure, but because of those weaknesses, we're going to be stumbling a little bit to get certain things fixed. The websites for certain services is going to be affected. So a stimulus package has been approved. Yay! Okay, so what does this mean? Well, right now it's looking like it's going to be $1,000 per adult, $500 per child, or $3,000 for a family of 4. Now, is there going to be more money for larger families, like say there's 3 or 4 kids? Well, they haven't talked about that. There's no literature on that as of yet. But let's make sure that when the stimulus package goes out, that we use it wisely. Pre-plan. You're going to know about how much you're going to get. Write it out. This is how much we're going to get. Here's our expenditures going out. Let's make sure that we make this money, this stimulus package, stretch as far as it possibly can. When is it going to get out? They're still working on that. They're hoping to get out within the next 3 weeks. Now, what's our responsibility as recipients of this stimulus package? We need to be good stewards, and we need to make sure it's used properly. We need to make sure that it pays the bills. We need to make sure that it covers any medications. We need to make sure it lasts as long as possible, that it gets funneled back into the economy as responsibly as possible. Make a budget, give every dollar an assignment, make sure it has a job. We're going to be putting it down on paper or in our apps, and it's going to be allocated what's most important, what has to go out, so it does its job. It does what it's supposed to do, and it's supposed to help keep the country afloat. Now we have a national and global challenge, which is keep the money moving. That's the best way to avoid or get out of a downturn or recession. You gotta keep the wheels turning. Spending money going out, we're still going to be buying groceries, we're still going to be buying gas, we're still going to be making purchases. The more we can keep in our regular routine, the better off we're going to be nationally and globally. Talk to any economist, look at any article, and that's what they're going to say. You got to keep the money in flow, and you have to be confident in the economy in order for it to maintain its stability. That's all we have to do. And we can do that. We can get together as a nation and we can say, okay, we're going to be responsible. We're still going to make purchases. We're still going to keep the money flowing. And that's going to help keep these small businesses going. That's going to help keep these bigger businesses going. That's going to keep people employed. That's going to keep things moving along. And it's going to take a while to get back to where we were prior to this crisis. It is going to happen. It's just how quickly are we going to recover. I make that a challenge to us as a nation. Let's keep the ball rolling. We're going to be responsible. We're going to keep things flowing. We're going to make sure that this is going to be over quickly. Remember, support your local small businesses first. They're going to have the biggest impact on your local economy. So you want to go to your mom and pop shops, your local market, your local vendors, and you want to keep those people employed. You want to keep the money flowing through them. And then when you can't find services that you need locally, then you go to a national or international company like Walmart, Target. But you want to support your little guys first. And we're going to learn from this. We're learning a lot from this. We're learning a lot about how our infrastructure is working. We're learning about like how unprepared we were for an event like this. And we're going to be making decisions from here on out that's going to help prevent something like this from happening. And if it does happen again, it's going to be much more manageable. That's how we are. We're resilient as a people. We will overcome. Let's just make sure we're doing our part as individuals to help that along. And we can do that by being prepared. We want a 3 to 6 month emergency fund that's either cash in hand or money in the bank earmarked emergency fund. 3 to 6 months. We want to have 2 to 4 weeks of food, water, toiletries, medicines on hand. And of course, remember to rotate the stock. There's organizations like the Red Cross that have downloadable, printable sheets, procedure programs to help you slowly build your emergency kits. And of course, there's private contractors out there that can help you build your emergency kit too. And of course, remember, be safe. Wash your hands. Keep social distancing. Be kind. Everyone's going to be stressed. And remember, everyone's scared. Everyone's trying to get through this as best they can. And stress causes people to not be as kind as they normally would. So try to remember that. Try to be kind as much as possible. And be prepared. Budget. Build up your emergency supplies. Build up your emergency fund. And we'll be better prepared for the next time this happens. Because it's not a question of if it's going to happen again. It's a question of when is it going to happen again. And this will allow us to be better prepared for that on a global scale, on a national scale, and on a local scale. So that's all I have for you guys today. Make sure you smash that like button, share this information, and please subscribe. The more we can share this information, the better off we're going to be. So I will see you guys here next time on the Money Rumble. This has been Jacob's Corner. Have a great day.